Like me, man. I love the game. I love the hustle, man. Be feeling like one of the ball playing, you know, Bird, Magic or something. Yeah, you know what the brick though. Believe. What if I leave? The fans still gonna love me, man.
We ran into some issues with this thing. I'm not gonna turn it on right now, but expect in the next video, we're gonna take this to the shop because we have a little problem we have to figure out with this. And if you also catch me squinting during the video, just know they just dilated my eyes at the eye doctor, which I don't know what that means, but I think I'm gonna be like legally blind for the next 2 to 4 hours. I don't even know if I'm supposed to drive. They didn't say I can't, but I can barely see out here. Oh yeah, I forgot to say good morning. Who's calling me this early? Nobody important. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the vlogs. So now let's head out to the exhaust shop to make this Hellcat a heck of a lot louder. I think it is just way too quiet, honestly. It's like almost as loud as a Tesla. You can barely hear it on. Like honestly, my older Hellcat, I had a 2017 Hellcat before I had the 2 red eyes, and that thing was way louder. But I think with EPA regulations and all sort of regulations, they just kept making them quieter and quieter and quieter. And well, I don't like that. So we're gonna do something about it today. And I should probably give you guys a couple revs. So let's put it in sport mode. That wasn't that bad, but still not loud enough. And now we have a 43-minute ride to the exhaust shop. What a hike. Okay, let's slap this thing back in eco mode. And we're almost at 500 miles, which means as soon as we hit 500 miles, we get an oil change and then we can start doing pulls. And until then, we have to drive like a grandma. When I was a kid, I used to think those were cool. Actually, I used to find Saturns very cool. I remember when I was a kid, our minivan broke down, so my dad had to rent a car, and he rented like a 2008 or 2007 Saturn. And I was just so confused as a kid because the speedometer was in the middle of the car, so it wasn't here, it was like over here, and I was like, why is it over there? As a kid, I was just like mind blowing. And if you drive a car that looks like a cop, you suck. Look how beautiful the city's looking this morning. Look at these 3 truckers having a roll race, and I think this guy is winning right now. Look at them. Yep, he got it. And I went ahead and parked on the sidewalk, which I think is pretty illegal. And we got TJ here. So before we get the Hellcat in there, let me show you guys one of the funniest cars I've ever seen. So here it is. It's a Mustang, but it isn't your ordinary Mustang. The owner went ahead and did a lot to this thing. So let's start with the hood. You have this very aggressive hood, painted the same color as the car. You also have hood pins. You have these tinted headlights. You have the Mustang logo on fire. You also have these Hot Wheel badges all over it. Not sure what that means, but they're definitely on there. You have this huge side skirts. You have these side vents that are not functional because, you know, there's nothing there. It's closed. Air can't go through it. And then you also have side exhaust. I have never seen a Mustang with the exhaust on the side. I don't even know if that's functional, but it's there. You also have the Hot Wheel seats. Again, I don't know what the Hot Wheel thing is with this car, but it's on there. The seats are actually pretty nice. They're like Recaro looking seats. And then it's also convertible. And then you have this huge spoiler. You have the Mustang logo right there. It's fading away a little bit, but you know, it's there. It looks good. And then you also have tinted reflectors, more with the Hot Wheel badges. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this? Do you guys like it or dislike it? Or yeah, give me your thoughts in the comments below. And if you guys wondered, where do BMWs spend most of their time at? It's usually at the junkyard or at the shop. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't beat me up in the comments. So now we're gonna get this thing in there to finally make it louder. See, you can't even hear it. Look at that. It is so quiet, even at idle. like honestly, you should be able to hear this thing a lot more. So first things first is these gotta go. These are 3.5-inch tips. We're gonna replace them with 5-inch tips. I think they're way too tiny for this little opening, so we want to fill that up with these 5-inch tips that TJ makes. So if you want 5-inch tips, this is the man you want to contact. And you don't have to cut anything out. These simply get bolted off, and then TJ simply pops those in there, which makes it very convenient for people that don't want to start cutting up their exhaust and still want to have nice tips like these. Look at the difference between the 5-inch tips and then we have the 3.5 over here. And then these get thrown in the garbage. So next, we're gonna cut off the mid mufflers. So these are the mufflers, these are the resonators, and then those are the cats. Usually I remove the cats, but I don't want to with this car just because basically what happens when you cut the cats off, you start smelling fuel, your miles per gallon goes down, and then you have a check engine light. And I really do not want to deal with all of that with this car. So removing these is good enough and will make it sound really, really good. Also, I want to tell you guys something about these cats. You guys know how I mentioned that these newer Hellcats are a lot quieter than like the 17, 16, and 15 ones, and it's because they made the cats a lot bigger. Usually the cats are about from here to like right here, and they just totally added all of that right here, which restricts it even more and makes it even more quieter. But that's why we have people like TJ that save us. You know, not all heroes wear caps. Guys, make sure to hit up TJ if you want anything done to your exhaust. You want 5-inch tips, you want custom exhaust, whatever you need. I'll leave his Instagram somewhere up here. Go hit him up with a follow. So TJ just gave me a great idea. He's thinking we should just leave the exhaust like this. One side straight piped over here and the other side with the muffler. I think it'll sound really, really good. And also, no one has ever done this before. So I think, you know, we're the first idiots to try this. Should we just turn it on actually to see how it sounds? I actually want to turn it on to see how it would sound with only one side done.
Mid-right delete.
Mid-right delete. So TJ's gonna hop in there and turn it on for us. Oh my God, you can literally hear it. It's only loud on this side. Rev it up. Hey, you can actually hear the sound all coming from this side. Like, this is so quiet and then it's so loud over here. So we're gonna throw it back in the air and get the other side done. And look what decided to show up, a 2022 CTS 5V Blackwing. So this is the 6.2 liter supercharged V8 with a 1.7 liter supercharger, and this is a EN supercharger. It's more efficient, makes more power, more torque than the old CTS-Vs. So they don't make CTS-Vs anymore, they make CT5V Blackwing, they make the CT4, and they make the CT6. And then you have the 6-piston brakes, and then you also have double brakes back here. So you have the 4-piston right there, and then you have the little one, obviously if you want to track it. And then you have a lot of carbon fiber here. So carbon fiber here, you have, I think, oh, no carbon fiber there, but you do have the carbon fiber over here. Look at that. And yeah, look at this thing. Wow, it is a beauty. And also the interior in this thing is, wow, so much nicer than the old one. They actually went ahead and changed a few things, and the seats are my favorite part. All right, check this interior out. Look at this. Holy moly, look at these seats. You got carbon fiber here, Alcantara steering wheel, which they would have had the flat bottom. Not sure why they didn't put a flat bottom in there. You got Alcantara headliner, double sunroofs. You have a bigger screen here, more carbon fiber here, leather everywhere, but check the seats out from the back. Look at this. Carbon fiber bucket seats. And then it says V right there. You have the red seat belts. Also, I do believe that you have more legroom here than the old CTS-Vs. But yeah, this thing is beautiful. Look at this thing. Wow. And also I want you guys to check out the owner, okay? This is his Instagram. So shout out to him for allowing me to check this car out. So we're all done with the Hellcat. We got the black 5-inch tips all installed. We adjusted them and they look perfect. Also, we cut the mid mufflers out. Now it's straight piped over here, and now we're gonna turn it on for you guys. Rev it up! Alright, there it is. Alright, we're gonna take this thing home. And I cannot wait till I bring it back and lower this thing because it literally sits like a TRX. I mean, look at this thing. Yeah, no. And what do you guys think? Should we race the Hellcat against the Blackwing? So get this video to 1,000 likes. Woo, that sounds so good. Get this video to 1,000 likes and I'll try to make it happen. CTS 5 Blackwing versus the Hellcat. And we're taking the stock parts home now. We're gonna hear this thing start up now. This is a warm start, by the way. Doesn't sound that bad. It sounds pretty good, but you guys know why he's here. It's about to get a heck of a lot louder. All right, let's turn this thing on, and we are at 497 miles, which means we could potentially do a pull in the next video. So we're gonna slap this thing in sport mode and we're gonna see if we could still hear the supercharger whine after we modified the exhaust. Okay. You can still hear it. It's still there. You can definitely tell it's supercharged. We're also gonna throw an intake on this thing. I have it at home. Basically, what I'm thinking of doing is we break the car in, which is we're almost there. We get an oil change. Then we slap it on the dyno. Well, before we slap it on the dyno, we're gonna do some pulls. Slap it on the dyno, install the intake, slap it on the dyno again, and see how much power it gained from the intake. I really wanna do a pull in this thing, but I'm gonna have some self-control. Woo! Those downshifts sound so good. And we made it back home in one piece. And then we got the GT500. Very, very long story coming up with this on the next video. Also, let's throw these here along with the rest of the stock parts I have. I could literally build like 3 Hellcats out of the stock parts I have here. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think of the tips. Let me know what you guys think of the exhaust setup. And I'm gonna let you guys go now. So like, subscribe, comment, get the notification bell on if you do not have it on. Only 12% of the people that are subscribed to my channel have their bell on, and you guys need to have it on, otherwise you will miss so many of my videos. And we need to get these views up. Get the views up. Let's start hitting 20,000 views per video so we can get more cars, more videos, and more entertainment for you guys. I would really appreciate if you guys can support me in that way. I don't really ask for anything. I don't try to sell merch. I don't try to do giveaways. I don't ask you guys for anything. I don't do GoFundMe when something happens to my cars. I don't do that. I'm just here to entertain you guys. I don't want no money from you guys besides your support. That's all I want. Support that isn't gonna cost you anything besides clicking the video, liking it, subscribing, and then turning your notification bell on. So with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Love you guys and thank you guys so much for supporting me. Peace.